everybody, this is VisitJoan, and welcome to another speed build. You know, I've always said I really didn't like when people did that, but now I'm doing that. I don't know why. Anyway, you guys, this is going to be kind of like maybe I'm thinking a new series that I have called Childhood Memories. It's where I build a house based on maybe a toy I had as a child or a toy that was around when I was a child. Because this house basically is based off of the Polly Pocket Bay Window House. Now, I don't have this particular toy to show you. I never owned it, but I hopefully will remember to link to a video where you can look at it in the description. So if you want to see what the toy was, you can go ahead and check that out. It will be in the description. I hopefully will remember to put it there. But anyway, you guys, I was kind of, I did the Polly Pocket shell for whatchamacallit, that one challenge, and I was thinking, hey, what if I kind of always love these things. I love them as a kid. I love playing with them as a kid. I didn't get every single one, but I was thinking maybe I could, build some buildings in The Sims based off of this stuff. Because I don't know, I kind of took a little kind of break from building for a while because I built so many, right before March started. And so at the time I am recording this, I still have quite a few left that still need to go up. So I don't really know when this will be coming out. But, yeah, so I kind of decided to do something like this. I don't know, I just thought it would be fun, and I was kind of just lacking. I just had no motivation to build lately, mostly because, there hasn't been a new pack out, and, well, I mean, I can kind of understand that given current world events and the fact that this time of year is usually a lull and everything, but there have been some developments going on, and I'll probably get to that in a little bit. But anyway, what this is this is kind of like a recreation of Polly Pocket's Bay Window House. And dear God, this house was a bear. This is like my third attempt at trying to construct it. And oh my goodness, it was, first of all, the roofing is always a pain in the butt. I finally got something that looks halfway decent. And I was trying to, keep it true to what that toy was, the house was with the toy, but also try to make it look, realistic. And I hope I accomplished that. I have absolutely no idea what the heck is going on with that. But anyway, you guys, the toy was this, pretty little house, and it had, a round bay window with, a window seat in it. And then it had, 3 floors. You would flip it over if you guys, for those of you that didn't grow up in the 90s like I did, these there were 2 types of Polly Pockets. There was a little compact one where you would, I think they still sell those, some kind of it. They recently revived it for 30th anniversary or something like that a couple of years ago. No, wait, I think that was last year. But anyway, where you flip them open and there's a whole little play set. And there was another kind where it was a house or a building, and you open it up, you flip it up, and there'd be little you have the little Polly Pockets play around on the inside of the building. So that's what this is. And so when you lift it up, there'd be a kitchen, and there'd be an upstairs kind of game room, and then there'd be a second level. When you flip that up, there'd be a tiny little bedroom and stuff like that. So I decided to put the bedroom on the 3rd floor, and I really wanted to do that, but I couldn't quite figure out how to get it to work and look good. And because the toy had the window, or not the windows, the roofs. Sorry, I'm watching windows being done here. But it had the roofs all at the same level. And I'm like, okay, how am I supposed to do this? But I finally figured it out. I put the one roof is a little shallow, well, a lot shallower. You guys get the point, though, than the other ones. But other than that, it's pretty much, the floor plan is pretty much the same. I did put a couple extra bedrooms in there just because this is supposed to be, a family home. Honestly, I don't know how realistic 1-bedroom houses are. I mean, for starter houses, they're okay, but I never build starter houses. And for, I mean, I guess there are some 1-bedroom houses, but, I just don't like taking up a whole lot for just a house for just 1 bedroom. That just seems like there's, when I could put bigger sim families in there and stuff like that. So, so this does have 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, and there's a master bedroom on the 3rd floor, complete with a deck and an in-suite bathroom. And I figured since this was a Polly Pocket house, I'd keep it kind of feminine, And I figured that because of that, this would be pretty much all girls live here. I kind of feel like when I was doing the master bedroom, I kind of decorated it for a younger girl because maybe like just becoming a young adult because maybe she is I don't know, she has like she whatchamacallit basically is caring for her younger sister, and she has, I don't know, maybe I think it'd probably be like her daughter, maybe that's a young child or just became a child or something like that. I don't know. Maybe her parents like kicked her out or something like that, or I don't really know what happened. I didn't fully develop that story, but yeah, I kind of figured that that was what is going on behind this build. So I kind of, I thought about making the one kid a toddler, but then I didn't have, any other like toddler stuff in the house. So I just decided for a child, a teen, and a young adult. And maybe, no, I don't think they're all sisters. I think one is the child is the daughter of the young adult, something like that. Anyway, this was another part that had me just like, kind of cringing because I was trying to figure out how to do the stairs. And that was another pain in the butt because the stairs, you can't screw around with them inside. And I had something I liked, and then I realized I couldn't get to all the rooms. And so I finally just made the second floor bathroom kind of like a Jack and Jill bathroom. And so there didn't need to be an entrance from the landing. So yeah, but with the landing I had, there couldn't be an entrance to one of the bedrooms. And fortunately in this game, Sims are a lot smarter about how they move around, like in The Sims 2. Oh goodness, I did this was part of another video I made back then. Well, not back then, but I made a couple months ago, so I kept the backyard fairly simple. The toy didn't really have a backyard. It was just, the toy just ended, at the back of the house. So for the backyard, it was pretty much on my own with this, but I kind of, just gave it some like little play equipment and stuff like that. And just like an outdoor little pool and a little, whatchamacallit. I just now realized, even though I said there was no toddler stuff in this house, there was a toddler kiddie pool, but, other Sims can use it too, which is really good. I think more of the toddler stuff should have ability for other Sims to use it. But, yeah, so anyway, like I said, I was trying to keep it, real to the actual house. There was no dining room in the actual house, but there was kind of like a dining space where the living room should be, and I felt like, that was just really kind of stupid, and I just didn't want to do that for this house, so I decided to just, like, put a living room, dining room, but then I had to figure out, okay, where was I going to put the bathroom? I didn't want the bathroom to be, like, completely huge. And you will see me do that downstairs bathroom. Normally, I only do the master bathroom on camera. But since this master bathroom was, like, under a bunch of, whatchamacallit, you can see right there a bunch of roof. And in order to do that, I have to put the walls completely down. And that is so annoying. But, yeah. So I decided to do this one instead. I think you will get some glimpses of the master bathroom. I couldn't really get any good screenshots of it just because of how tiny it was and how, the cinematic camera is great, but it is pretty limiting when you're getting screenshots of the build. And don't even get me started about taking screenshots in build mode, guys. Please, just don't. But anyway, moving on to the kitchen, which we will be doing in like 1 minute here. The kitchen, I kind of had an idea for it when I was placing like all the windows. I kind of decided to put like the sink and stuff on one end and there's this little like kind of nook there. That's where I put the stove and the counters. And I kind of, when I was finished or almost finished with the kitchen, I kind of decided, what, I really just didn't like how it turned out. So I made the whole thing, yellow. And then I put like kind of like a yellowish backsplash in there. But, I don't know. I just didn't like how the kitchen turned out all that well. I really don't know why. I mean, it's a Polly Pocket house, so it's not all that much in detail, so I am kind of like improvising a little bit here. But I just don't know. Just the pink backsplash just didn't really work for me, and I'm like, okay, what else can I do? But I think it turned out okay. There was like some entryway in the beginning of it where there was a blank spot on the wall, and I couldn't figure out what to put on there. And it really just didn't look all that complete, but I really didn't know what else to do, so. And there was another, corner in the kitchen where I did figure out that, there was enough room to put, like, a booth. So I put that there, and I put the table in there. And when I went to play test it with, the single sim I had in there to take the screenshots, well, it didn't work, which is really just kind of stupid, because if they give us something, it should freaking work, okay? Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they works in restaurants. I don't know why it doesn't work in houses. But anyway, it's just, I don't know. I think I remember something like that happening in The Sims 2. I guess it could just be there for show. I mean, after all, there is a full dining room, so we don't really need any seating area in the kitchen. I just put them in because, well, we usually have them in the kitchen. Maybe I grabbed the wrong height of the table, although I swear I didn't. But or maybe it's these things that are in the way. Although I don't know why they would be in the way. I mean, I think Sims would be able to sit under there. I mean, I could move them up, but the problem is when you move them up, the lighting shines on them. It's like darker when the lighting shines on them. It's just like weird. And okay, hold on. I thought I heard some ducks quacking. I'll be right back. Okay, so I was right. I did hear ducks quacking, and so Mrs. Duck is in fact in the backyard. She just hopped onto the deck back there, and she's alone, which is really kind of sad because normally she comes by with Mr. Duck. And they come by and visit our backyard every spring, but they never nest here. They always nest somewhere nearby. Well, earlier this morning, my mom, she happened to see one of our neighbors. It's the property that borders the back of our property. And she had a box. And my mom thinks that she was just wandering around outside with a box for I don't know why. But my mom thinks that she was putting ducklings in a box. And the fact that Mrs. Duck is alone right now just kind of tells me that, she's had the babies. And I don't know what Mr. Ducks do once the female has the babies. But I really hope that she's not looking for her babies. That would just be so sad. And it would just be, oh my goodness. But yeah, one of our neighbors did put a bunch of ducklings in a box. And then she let the dog out. Because I get not wanting, the dog to, whatchamacallit, attack the ducklings. But I mean, why are you going around putting ducklings in a box? That's just really kind of cruel. I'm sorry, but dear God, this poor dog is just sitting on the edge of this deck, looking kind of forlorn all by herself, and I really hope that is not what happened, but, everything I've seen kind of points me to believe that is what happened, and oh my goodness, just... Okay, can we talk about something happier now? Let's talk about, in the middle of this build, I also did the different room in every challenge, and different room every pack challenge, and I'm realizing I have the same sofa thing set here as I did for the season's living room, and the same, I just didn't even realize until I started editing this video that this was kind of the same as, almost kind of the same as, the, season's living room in that build. That was just really interesting. Yes, I kind of got... I really don't know. I was kind of doing these at the same time, so it was just really kind of weird. And yeah, I don't really know what else to make of that. So there have been some interesting developments going on in the Sims community. One of which was the other day, the Sim Gurus just randomly started tweeting out single letters. I don't even know. But, and everyone was just losing it. They were trying to figure out, oh my gosh, what is this? And apparently when you unscramble the letters, it spells future cube, which if you guys have paying attention, I did place that recently in this build. So I guess I timed that pretty well. But, so people have been playing with the future cube, trying to figure out what this means, and apparently, the future cube, I don't know why people hate it so much. I think it's really kind of cute. I really wish that Sims would autonomously use it. That's really what I would personally like to see, but I don't know. I mean, I always place it in builds and then forget it's there, but... Yeah, so anyway, people have been playing with it now, trying to figure out what the heck is going on. People are thinking the next expansion pack is going to be a time travel themed pack. People are thinking it probably could be farming because apparently somebody brought up llamas, although I've never actually seen a llama on a farm. Well, maybe I have, because I do remember I went to this one therapist that was way out in who the heck knows where. But, and on the way there, we would drive and we would see these llamas, I really don't know. They looked like llamas. My mom said they were llamas, so I'm just gonna assume that they were llamas, okay? Oh boy. But anyway, and then there was something about a ladder. So people are kind of thinking, okay, maybe we're getting ladders, maybe we're getting a farming pack. I don't know. I feel like the whole future cube thing just kind of is just a little too simple. And I'm kind of beginning to wonder if the gurus are just trolling us, if they're, whatchamacallits. I don't even know. If they really just did that just to, as a distraction, or just to get us to play with the future cube more, because nobody ever really does that, and I honestly don't know why, guys. Like, why do you guys, I mean, I don't get that at all, like, really. I mean, if you've seen any kinds of my videos, see, there's another one. I'm staring at one right now. Man, I timed this perfectly, so I don't know. But anyway, that was literally like the most fun I've had the entire year of 2020 so far, just watching everybody lose it over this future cube. But in other news, the name for the knitting pack is now set in stone. Everything for the knitting pack is done. It is going to be called Nifty Knitting, which is not what I voted for, but I can live with that. I kind of preferred, honestly, I really didn't care as long as it was just knitting stuff, because I felt like if it was going to be knitting stuff, why would you even want to vote? Like, that's just stupid in my opinion. But, you know, I'm not going to make fun of anyone who voted for it, you know what I mean? But to me, it was just like, okay, you know, Crafty Knits, I think, was the best one. Everyone was making fun of Love to Knit. And I'm just like, you know, I really don't care. So this was like the first thing where something I voted for didn't win at all. And it was the least consequential one. So most of the time, the votes did somewhat go in my favor, which was a good thing. But every single vote caused me kind of a bit of stress. And so for this experience, it was interesting. I'm glad I had it. But I really I'm not going to jump through any hoops to do it again. So that's it for that. Now for this room, I had a little bit of a problem because I put the mirror in, and then I put the the bookshelf in, and then I couldn't really figure out where to put the bed. So I was like looking around like, what the heck am I going to do with this? But I finally, as you can see, found a solution. And this is supposed to be the girls' room. And then I realized I just didn't have between the two doors and the bed and the shelf and everything, I really just didn't have a place to put a toy box, which is really sad because kids should have toys, you know? Like, they should have something to play with. But, yeah, I guess I kind of finally figured it out, and I did put this little Coco Koala Bear on top of the toy box. Not all that functional, but you know what? You can move it if you really want to. And then, oh yeah, this is the first time I ever used those stars, and I figured that was, you know, kind of really appropriate for a kid's room. But now we are on, you know, the final room here. And like I said, you know, maybe this room, I gave this room kind of a youthful look because I was figuring it may look like a teenager's room, and maybe that's because, you know, she was a teenager not too long ago. So I kind of just didn't know really what to do with it. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to do what I know and do what I'm comfortable with. So yeah, that's where that went. And, you know, I had fun with this, really. It was interesting. Anyway, you guys, we are coming to the end of this video. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you left a like and or a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, you can follow me on social media. I am on Instagram at VisitJoan and Twitter at VisitJoanVideos. But anyway, now I'm gonna get up out of here. Bye, everybody. I will see you in the next video.